Yo guys, what's going on and welcome back to another video. Today I'm back with the finale of the Psgl F6 Championship. We are here for round number 13 in Abu Dhabi. And it's all come down to the final race. I lead, or going into this race, I lead by 5 points from Mr. Stim. Which means if he wins the race and I get a second, I win the championship. If he gets second, I just need to finish 4th to win his championship. So, here is my qualifying lap. Qualifying on the super softs just because it was the ideal strategy. The ultra softs just didn't last long at all and it just wasn't worth it. Get a little bit of slipstream from Carl down the main straight. And overall this lap was pretty decent. The first 2 sectors were pretty decent. The slipstream did help me. Gave me about a quarter of a second, so it was worth it. Here you can see going under the Whale Hotel. I don't even know what happened. I just didn't brake enough and ran incredibly wide. I was lucky not to validate my lap, but that was the mess up. Cost me quite a bit of time. We're coming through the penultimate corner. It's still been a decent lap. It's still going to get me close to Stim at least. That's all I wanted to do. We crossed the line and we're going to go 3rd position on track. And at the end of qualifying, we do qualify 6th. So Psgl, the only one on the soft tire ahead of me. I was hoping to get past him as quickly as possible, just minimise that gap to Stim as quickly as possible. Because I don't need to beat Stim this race. That was the one saving grace in this race. I didn't need to beat Stim. All I need to do was finish close to him and I would win. Even if there was a car between me and Stim, I'd win it. So that helped me out through this race. I didn't feel as much under pressure as I would. I mean, obviously I still was under pressure going into this race, but not nearly as much if I had to actually beat him, because he was definitely quicker than me this race weekend. But as we line up on the grid after the formation lap for the final time, the championship will be decided after 28 laps round Abu Dhabi. It's race time. So here we go. We have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go, and Carl ahead of us does not get away well. He got a lag start. Last Gaming gets disqualified off the line. He also got a lag start. And so that's 2 cars getting a lag start. And throughout this video you will see both if not more people complaining to Stim to do a restart. The virtual safety car was deployed after lap 1. We make up a position into 5th position. Thanks to Carwell just not getting away at all. Not his fault, it was the game's fault. But you'll see throughout this video many people complaining that it should be a restart. I personally think that should have been a restart, but Stim decided against it. On to lap 3 now. We're right behind Psgl, and he was holding me up in the 3rd and 1st sector, so I really need to get past him down the straight. The slipstream glitch was definitely here during this race. It was in Brazil as well. You can see coming down to turn number 8, I think it is. Going to the outside, he goes defensive, get him under braking. Leave him the space, there's a little bit of contact, but we go around the outside and that is just a mirror move of what we did at Ashbest in Italy. So that felt pretty good. Coming down the 2nd straight now, Psgl getting in my slipstream. I think he had DRS on me. We decide to go for the racing line. He goes up our inside, but I'm not really sure what happens. He sort of pulled out of it while trying to make the move, so luckily he didn't take us out. On lap 6, there's another virtual safety car as someone else has retired. You can see the messages in the top left. But I think someone pit. I think it's Zalan, the race leader. Yeah, he comes into the pit for the soft tyre. And at this point, Stim was leading the race, so I really needed to get a move on. I was really hoping that Zalan would win this race. I mean, I needed 2nd if Stim was going to win this race, so I was really hoping Zalan was going to win. He was rapid throughout qualifying and the race, and you can see coming on to the 2nd straight once again. Zalan is behind me and I move to the right slightly, but I don't make it nearly as difficult as I could for Zalan. I really need him to catch Stim, and he was just so much quicker than me throughout. Well, he's quicker than everyone throughout this race weekend, so I didn't fight him too much. It would have just cost me time as well. But coming on to the end of lap 8, you can see we're actually catching Ashbest in 3rd position. Zalan is already back up in the 1st place as Mr. Stim does come into the pit to fit the soft tyre, I think. I think he goes for a 2-stop this race. I think that was the safest option just throughout this race. And I decided to come into the pit. I just needed to mirror what Stim was doing because I didn't need to beat him. And I managed to gain some time on him down the straight. You can see I'm in the slip. I would have been in the slipstream of Ash Best, but he held me up slightly in Sector 3. On the exit of the penultimate corner, we get the comeback on him. And we lead into the pit, which means we're probably not going to get held up by him, luckily. So that actually helped me out quite a bit. We're going to pit onto the soft tyre and just copy what Mr. Stim is doing. He is going to retake 2nd position. But as long as we stay in 4th position, we're going to win a championship. Because Zalan, no one was catching Zalan. He had the strategy and the race pace. But after that pit stop, not a lot happened. Ash Best tried to go on the outside, heading into Sector 3. A very optimistic move. But we park our car perfectly and hold him back for now. But not a lot really happened during the soft tyre stint. With exception of Ash trying to make a move, nothing happened. The slipstream glitch did actually help me during this race. But you can see in the top left, Mr. Stim has come into the pit to fit the super soft tyre for his final stint. And Zalan is just absolutely flying. I think he had like a 15-second gap at this stage. So at this stage, I was in a very good position to win the championship. I was thinking about trying to go to the end just to beat Stim on track. But coming down the straight, I get a message from, well, the introduction to my race engineer at this stage for the race, Carl Weld, tells me to pit. And he tells me what Stim is on the super soft tyre as well. And I realised I didn't actually need to try and beat Stim. It just wasn't worth it. I mean, if my tyres punctured at the end, it would have just gone badly. The second I come into the pit, I messaged Carl Weld asking how many penalties Stim has got. And looking back on it, I don't really know why I asked him that. What I needed to know is where Zalan was and how far ahead he was. Because that's all I really cared about. We come out in 4th position, and on the next lap, a couple laps later, Ash Best pits onto the Ultra Soft. So we retake 3rd position. Stim is in 2nd. Zalan is about 20 seconds ahead. He's about a pit stop ahead at this stage. But at this stage in the race, I didn't actually know that. Obviously, I couldn't just stop and message Carweld asking. So I was just kind of hoping that he would tell me. And come around the penultimate corner, he does in fact tell me, luckily 20 seconds ahead. So yeah, I could just sort of relax until I come onto the back of Banana Josh, a lapped car. A couple laps to go. He really should let me go down the straight, but we try and go to his outside. He's having none of it, and I'll admit it, I was having flashbacks of Jack Tyler in Belgium. If Banana Josh tripped me out this race, I don't know what I would do. But he said after the race that he wanted Stim to win and he was trying to hold me up, which really shouldn't be allowed. It was very disgusting driving from him. It didn't help that he was lagging as well, and he cost me quite a bit of time. He had Ash on the Ultra Soft tyre, closing the gap to me, despite the fact that I could lose 3rd position and still win. It was just a lot more pressure, and you can see how much he's holding me up. Coming under the Whale Hotel, it was just ridiculous. I try and go up his inside, but I'm just not going to risk it. Car in the final corner, luckily he finally gets out of the way, and my race engineer does message in the group chat telling him to get out of the way. So that was a bit of a scary moment for me. But coming onto the final lap, onto the 2nd straight, you can see Carl Weld is telling me I'm going to win this championship in this position. I'm weaving already. I was pretty confident I was going to win. Ash Best was about 4 seconds behind me, or 3 seconds behind me. As we see the fireworks going off in the background, Zalan wins the race. A dominant performance all race weekend from him. But the second I saw that, I knew Stim was going to come home in 2nd. I was going to come home in 3rd position, which means I was going to win the championship by 3 points to Mr. Stim. You can see I'm weaving as we head to the penultimate corner. And this was an incredible feeling. Come around the final corner. We're going to cross the line and win the championship. Starting 4 races behind. I think after what happened in Belgium, it was 38 points I was behind Stim. So to win the championship, leading into the final race as well, it was an incredible feeling. Those are the race results, and here are the standings. I finished the season on 102 points. Starting only 7 races, I pick up 102 points. So that was a very, very good result there. Mr. Stim, unlucky, finishing on 99 points. 3 points behind me, which means I am the F6 champion on Psgl. in my debut season. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy, remember to smash the like button and subscribe if you're new on here. Tomorrow there will be a season review out of the entire season, so you've got that to look forward to. But thank you guys for watching, and see ya.